Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a major shakeup in Cleveland. The Browns might be making one of the boldest quarterback moves in NFL history. Just when fans thought the future was set with Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel, a brand new name has entered the conversation. Could the Browns really ditch both of their young quarterbacks for a two-time conference championship MVP? Stay with us, because this story could change the course of the franchise for the next decade. The Cleveland Browns are desperately searching for their next star quarterback, someone who can finally stabilize the most volatile position in the team's history. Right now, the hopes are pinned on Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel. The Browns grabbed both these young signal callers in the 2025 NFL Draft, with Gabriel selected in the 3rd round and Sanders taken in the 5th. It seemed like a fresh start, a dual chance to find that elusive franchise quarterback. But as any football fan knows, drafting young quarterbacks is always a gamble. No matter where they're picked, there's never a guarantee they'll turn out to be superstars. And if there's one team that knows this better than anyone, it's the Cleveland Browns. That's exactly why ESPN's respected analyst Matt Miller believes the Browns won't stick with either of them beyond 2025. Instead, Miller predicts Cleveland will target Clemson's Cade Klubnik with the very first overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Miller explained that using 2 picks on quarterbacks in 2025 shouldn't stop the Browns from searching for a true long-term leader. He made it clear that Cade Klubnik enters the upcoming season as his #1 quarterback prospect in the country, and it's easy to see why. In 2024, Klubnik threw for an eye-popping 3,639 yards, along with 36 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. One of his most memorable performances came in the college football playoff against Texas, where he lit up the field for 336 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and just 1 interception. Matt Miller even compared Klubnik to Baker Mayfield, whom the Browns selected with the #1 pick back in 2018. According to Miller, Klubnik has similar arm strength, mobility, and the kind of fearless playmaking awareness that made Mayfield a college football star. But what truly separates Cade Klubnik from the rest isn't just the stats. It's his ability to shine when it matters most. The Clemson quarterback has already been named ACC Championship Game MVP twice, in 2022 and again in 2024. His performance on big stages like the college football playoff has proven that this kid isn't afraid of the spotlight. Now here's where things get even more interesting. Would the Browns look ridiculous if they drafted yet another quarterback, especially after investing 2 picks on Sanders and Gabriel? Honestly, yes, at least on the surface. But let's be real. If Klubnik turns out to be the guy who finally leads Cleveland to playoff wins and possibly even a Super Bowl run, no one will care about how many quarterbacks the team drafted before him. History only remembers the ones who deliver when it counts. So as we look ahead to the 2025 college football season and the following draft, keep your eyes on Cade Klubnik. Because if he continues to dominate the field and rises as the top quarterback prospect, the Cleveland Browns might just be tempted to make a bold, franchise-changing decision yet again. So what do you think, Browns fans? Should the team move on from Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel if Cade Klubnik becomes available? Or should they give their young QBs a real shot to prove themselves? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your take on this. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button for all the latest NFL updates and draft rumors. Until next time, stay sharp, football family. So ladies and gentlemen, football fans and Cleveland Browns faithful, get ready because today's story is packed with drama, uncertainty, and the kind of quarterback dilemma that could shape the future of an entire franchise. The Cleveland Browns, a team that's no stranger to quarterback chaos, now find themselves at a critical crossroads. And trust me, you'll want to stick around till the end to hear what's really going down in Cleveland. Right now, the Cleveland Browns are navigating one of the most delicate and high-stakes decisions a football franchise can face, choosing their quarterback of the future. The franchise, desperate for long-term stability, has its eyes set on 2 young promising talents, Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel. On paper, these 2 bring excitement, energy, and potential to a team that has desperately needed consistency under center. But as we all know in the NFL, potential means nothing without results. Both Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel have shown flashes of brilliance during their collegiate careers. Fans have witnessed moments where these young quarterbacks looked like future stars, delivering jaw-dropping throws and clutch performances. But the brutal reality is, transitioning from the college gridiron to the NFL is an entirely different beast. History has proven time and again that even the most talented college quarterbacks can struggle to adapt, and the Browns are painfully aware of this. It's a story they've seen far too often in their search for a franchise signal caller. Adding to the uncertainty, ESPN analyst Matt Miller recently shared his insights on the Browns' quarterback situation, and his comments have only fueled the conversation. According to Miller, it's highly possible that Cleveland won't commit long-term to either Sanders or Gabriel. His reasoning speaks to a larger truth about rookie quarterbacks. Their futures are notoriously unpredictable. For a franchise like Cleveland, which has weathered countless ups and downs at the quarterback position, every decision carries extra weight, and caution is not just advised, it's mandatory. And let's not forget the immense pressure hovering over the Browns organization. This isn't just about who throws the football next season, it's about the identity of the team, the confidence of a long-suffering fan base, and the hopes of finally breaking free from a history filled with letdowns. The stakes couldn't be higher. The Browns need a quarterback who can not only perform under pressure, but who can lead this team to success in one of the toughest divisions in football. The lingering doubts about Sanders and Gabriel only add fuel to an already blazing fire. As we look ahead, the future of both Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel hangs precariously in the balance. The Cleveland Browns must decide whether the potential rewards of grooming a young quarterback outweigh the significant risks involved. In a league where the right quarterback can turn a team's fortune around overnight, the Browns are determined to get this one right. But will they? Or will history repeat itself once again in Cleveland? And now, I want to hear from you. Who do you think should lead the Browns into the future? Should Cleveland gamble on Shedeur Sanders, bet on Dillon Gabriel, or look elsewhere entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is just getting started. What if I told you that one of college football's biggest names is already being counted out before even taking a single NFL snap? Yes, Shedeur Sanders, the Colorado legend and son of the iconic Deion Sanders, is finding himself on the wrong side of a brutal quarterback competition in Cleveland. And trust me, the story behind it is even wilder than you might imagine. Ever since the NFL draft wrapped up, Shedeur Sanders has remained one of the most talked about names, not because of what he's doing on the field, but because of what went down before and after draft night. Sanders was selected in the 5th round, a shocking fall for a player who once graced national headlines. But when things started going wrong during the pre-draft process, his stock plummeted. As a 5th-round pick, he was quickly branded with the dreaded label, a camp body. In NFL terms, that means you're basically a placeholder for training camp, likely to be cut before the season kicks off. Emmanuel Acho, the former linebacker turned analyst, didn't mince words about Sanders' situation. According to Acho, the harsh reality in the league is that when you're a 5th, 6th, or 7th-round pick, it almost doesn't matter how talented you are. Teams are already thinking about moving on. You might not even get the chance to compete for the starting role because you're simply there to fill a roster spot during camp. To make matters worse, reports suggest Shedeur's pre-draft interviews raised serious concerns. Anonymous scouts who spoke with Athlon Sports claimed Sanders came across as unprepared and disengaged throughout the process. One scout even went as far as saying they didn't like his attitude, accusing him of mailing it in at every step and not taking the opportunity seriously. In a league where every move is scrutinized, that kind of reputation can stick. Now, as the Cleveland Browns quarterback battle heats up, it looks like Shedeur Sanders is already on the outside, looking in. The Browns quarterback room is packed, and the competition is fierce. Veteran names like Joe Flacco, a seasoned Super Bowl MVP, and Kenny Pickett have been making headlines, while a new contender, Dillon Gabriel, is reportedly emerging as a favorite inside the building. Former Pro Bowl wide receiver TJ Houshmandzadeh recently revealed some inside information, claiming that according to a trusted source within the Browns organization, it's really coming down to Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel for the quarterback 1 spot. That's right, Shedeur Sanders isn't even in the top 2 conversation. At this point, the real battle for Sanders seems to be for the 3rd-string role, possibly against Joe Flacco. And given Flacco's experience and resume, that's a tough hill to climb. While nothing is official yet, all signs point to Sanders facing an uphill battle just to stick around on the roster, let alone secure meaningful playing time. So what does this mean for Shedeur's future? Will he prove the doubters wrong and claw his way up the depth chart? Or could we see the once-hyped quarterback cut loose before the season begins? One thing's for sure, the NFL has no mercy, and reputations alone won't save you when it's time to trim the roster, and now I want to hear from you. Do you think Shedeur Sanders deserves a legitimate shot to lead a team, or has he dug himself a hole too deep to climb out of? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're loving this inside look at the league's most heated position battles. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you never miss the latest NFL drama and quarterback controversies. This is one story you'll want to keep an eye on.